Good evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening, I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Hello and welcome to Talking Dirty with your boy. Hey, what up, fam? Awesome start this week with what's happening with SimWorld Hoops. We'll talk about more of that later. But how incredible is it? Not just the action of the production crew and the SimWorld team that's putting it all together, from the graphics to the stats to just everything. Like, find something wrong, I dare you. I'll wait. But also you guys participating, watching, seeing what you can do at the next level, seeing what the opportunities that you're going to have for you. So hopefully you're taking something from that. This is SimWorld Prep Week, baby. Here we kick it off. So coming up, starting, this weekend, some great games coming up. But again, you guys know Maestro. We're not really going to talk about stats. We're not really going to talk about wins and losses per se, unless how they pertain to the development of the players, both on the physical and the mental side. So this Talking Dirty is going to be about last year's champions, the originators, new coach in the OGs with Oscar Henderson, and the cupboard is anything but bare. I'm just going to say that outright. First of all, my two favorites, Tagdarian Walker III and William Waters, 216 athletes, not just basketball players, but athletes. Again, good thing I don't have a clipboard. I'd be having those guys working on their handle for the first hour of every practice, just because I would flip my offense upside down and just let them do their thing. Tagdarian has already proven himself as a great decision maker, as a really good passer, and having someone else on the other side that I think can develop into that, I think is going to make that tandem so much stronger. Oh my goodness, there's not enough popcorn, ice cream, and avocado sauce to go around to enjoy that. Another known quantity from last season, Justin McGavin at 6'6". I'm really excited to see his growth from season 1 to season 2. He already proven himself, to me anyway, to be a great decision maker, not a good decision maker, but a great decision maker, and being able to place himself in the game. Now, granted, he was overshadowed with the talent Cooper Flag that they had last year, but I really think that he brings just as much to the table in terms of his ability to lead the team on the floor. Christ Coates. Ditto. Okay, copy paste, right? Those two in the mid-big range, 6'5" and 6'6", reverse on the on the respectively anyway. So dynamic, just athletes that I think, and I'll just say this, I don't think it would matter what sport these two cats played, they would be just as good, if not better, no matter what they decide to do. Other people coming to the party here, Asriel Hawk, Jackson Lewis, also in that same athletic range. It's just the depth of this bench is so strong, and having those two athletes, let's see where their basketball IQ goes. Let's see what they're able to do with their game. Let's see how they're able to position themselves around it with the talent that around them, because there's no excuse but to grow, as it were. Of course, another known quantity, let's give it for our littles. Even though I was 6'6", I was generally the little on the team, usually point guard, at least off shooting guard. So my dude, Caleb Boateng, right? But I think he's going to have some help on that particular side. Another great decision maker, really good passer, which shows an IQ that you look for at this particular level, because that's just going to grow no matter which way he goes. And LaJorian Tompkins II, a lot of numbers in this team, which I love. At 6'4", I think is a great complementary, if not can take over as the primary point or a secondary shooter guard or whatever. just the level of ability that Oscar's going to have to work with is just going to be over the top amazing. It'll be real interesting to see what they're going to do throughout this season. So hopefully, that gives you an idea of what I think about the OGs and what I think is coming in. And we're going to talk about some other stuff on the other side.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game, be the game.
game.
Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome back to Talking Dirty with your boy. So yeah, back in the Maestro cave, as it were. Power's back, which is good. Roof is not fixed yet, in the process of getting that taken care of from the storm, but was also told there's some more weather coming this way. So who knows what to think about that. Luckily, some of you know this already, Maestro hasn't been home for a lot of other reasons, for family issues, and we'll talk about that at another point. That's not what this is about. But I want to thank everybody for your prayers and your thoughts and just being there for your boy. I know all the messages that I'm getting is very thankful for that. And I will promise you I will answer every single one of them as I get an opportunity to. But as we look ahead to the season, I'm looking forward to calling the games this upcoming weekend. I just want to give a word out to all of you prepsters. Having been where you were, okay, on two separate occasions, because I was at two high schools. And it was the same thing, even coming in as a quasi upperclassman to the second high school. It was the same thing as going to the first high school, even though it was a known quantity, right? Here's what I am going to say for you guys, because I know the temptation is to talk about how many minutes you get, how much time you get. And we've had this conversation before, and how many points I get, and looking at your stat line. If you want to give yourself the idea, the opportunity to bust up to that next level, to give yourself an opportunity to really be taken serious as a athlete of quality, then you need to commit yourself to whatever system you're in. You need to commit yourself to whatever your coach wants you to do and to become a coach on the field. And I will tell you on the court, I will tell you one of those moments when you know you've crossed over. And it came from three coaches and one manager that I thought couldn't stand me. I thought that because they never really talked to me, they never really put their arm around my shoulder and gave me any of those talks like I saw them do some of the other cats. But when I ran into them later in life and they would talk about me to other people, they would say, like I had a baseball manager that would say, I never had to give Maestro any signs because he was a coach on the field, that he knew the situation. He knew when he needed to bunt. He knew when he needed to steal. He knew when he needed to swing at 3-0. He knew when. The fact that the coach trusted me that much meant a lot. And again, the time when I played for him, I thought he couldn't stand me. A couple of basketball coaches said the same thing. They would move me to the one as the point, as we call it back in the day. And they wouldn't give me any plays. They would just say, serve them up. Like, I diagnosed what I thought the defense was, zone man, box one, whatever, and then I'd make the call accordingly. And then those coaches said the exact same thing, almost word for word, that they trusted my IQ enough to know that I knew their system well enough that I would put the team in a good position to win. And oh, by the way, you guys know this already, I was never, ever, ever the best athlete on any team. Never really had a shot at playing pro, a lot of trials, a lot of other stuff. And this was in 3 different sports. But the fact that coaches trusted me enough to lead the team, and I played with cats who went on for not only Division I ball, but pro ball, and a few guys in the Hall of Fame in various sports. That is the trust you want to build starting right now. Show your coach that you're willing to do the homework, watch the film, study, do the things you need to do to become the better player and the better leader of the team, regardless of your position, and regardless of how many times you touch or do not touch the ball. And ultimately, ultimately, your major goal is to, as under live fire, to see how your skills develop this year, to develop it not just for next year, but for the next level. Train for the level you want to be on. If you want to be SWU, then you train for SWU. If you want to be SWBA, then you start training now for SWBA, but you need to start building those skills and filling those gaps. And again, I get the whole idea of like, I just want to play my game and do what I do because I know I'm good enough. If you think that, then you shouldn't suit up, because there is so much to learn. There's so much to learn to go from being okay to good enough to meh to okay to yeah to we got to have that guy. Big difference. And hopefully you'll learn that this year. But listen to your coaches. Listen to what people say about your game. Always ask about what you think you need to work on. That should be your very first question. And ultimately, for all of you, have fun. Here's what I don't want you to do, Maestro thing. I want you to have fun. Enjoy the game while you're at it. Be respectful. Play with honor. But have fun while you're learning, because trust me, these days are not going to be as long as you think they are. Guys, looking forward to seeing you this season. I know this Talking Dirty was a little bit longer than it normally is, but I just want to get that message out to you, because after we get our game kicked off here this week, it's going to be talking about what I'm seeing from week to week, along with the other talent that's going to be working with me. And we're still going to have fun, but hopefully we're going to put you guys in a position to hopefully learn something from your game and be able to move forward to the next level. Appreciate you guys. Again, thanks for all the thoughts and everything else. And chef's kiss to SimWorld U for the start of your season. Can't wait to see what else happens. And to everybody else, you guys absolutely know the deal. You have not lived until your mom tells you throw away your cell phone. The FBI got it tapped.
Like I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.